Biden and Trump could be up against a former Packers quarterback on the November ballot. Current New York Jets QB Aaron Rodgers is on the list for independent presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy's potential running mates. Former Minnesota Governor Jesse Ventura is also on that list. Kennedy has not made a formal offer to either man.
I want to kind of run through these polls because, one, you have not seen them yet, so we can put them up. This is Fox News polling in Arizona. This is a five-way race, and you can see you're running third at 10%. Moving on now to Pennsylvania, and you're also in third at 9%. And the Democratic Representative Jake Auchincloss said the following. Watch.
This election is going to be a near-run thing. Going to come down to a few states. Going to come down to a couple 100,000 voters. So any third-party candidate, especially with the last name like Kennedy, poses a significant challenge.
Yeah, Slate said the following: Trump and Biden should be terrified of a third-party candidate. You're clearly making an impact. What's your thoughts on this?
Well, my thoughts are the American public wants another choice. 80% of Americans say they do not want a rematch of 2020. People say that they're tired of being presented with a choice between the lesser of two evils. They want a candidate who they believe in, who gives them a hopeful vision for the future of this country, who is caring about ending the wars, ending the chronic disease epidemic, restoring the middle class, and making sure to protect our constitutional rights. So, I think we need another voice. We're a democracy. We shouldn't just be forced to choose between two bad choices.
You have already made your choice on who your running mate will be, and we know that Aaron Rodgers, the quarterback for the New York Jets, formerly of the Green Bay Packers, is a prominent name in that. Why?
Well, he's one of the people that we've talked to. I really like Aaron because, our appeal is to young people. We're trying to make sure that young people are participating in the political process, that they have hope for America. We want the people who have run up the $34 trillion debt, which they're dumping on that generation, are all older people. And we want somebody young who's going to look out for that generation. Mm-hmm. Aaron Rodgers is battle tested. He's stood up. He's been hammered by the press. Stood up for things we believed in. I like that part of his character. He's a critical thinker, and I think we need that at the time, as the rise of AI. We need people who understand that you cannot always trust authority. Just because somebody's in charge, it doesn't mean that they're telling you the truth, and we want somebody who's going to critically examine. My father used to say, one of the duties of living as a citizen in a democracy is to maintain a constant posture of skepticism toward authority. And I think Aaron's shown that. He's also somebody who I think will help me get the country healthy again. Yep. He's 40 years old. He's focused on his own health. He's very aware of health issues, and that's one of the things that's one of the key parts of my agenda, is to get the country healthy again.
It sounds to me like Aaron Rodgers is the choice, is your choice. Is he your vice presidential choice?
We're announcing my choice on the 26th of this month, so 2 weeks from today, in Oakland. If you want to find out who my choice is, you need to come to that.
Might as well just let us know right here, because you've got the time, the space.
Independent presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. seems to be narrowing his search for a running mate. One of his prospects for vice president, New York Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers. Now, CNN is learning tonight that in private conversations, Rodgers has shared conspiracy theories, falsely claiming the 2012 Sandy Hook shooting was not real. Back in 2013, when CNN's Pamela Brown was covering the Kentucky Derby, she met Aaron Rodgers. And Brown says in conversations with him, Rodgers attacked the news media, claiming important stories were being covered up. He then brought up the Sandy Hook shooting and said the media was intentionally ignoring that the shooting was, he claimed, an inside job by the government. Now, when Brown asked for evidence, he shared conspiracy theories that had been disproven. Rodgers falsely claimed to Brown that there were men in black in the woods by the school and asked if she thought that was odd.
They did walk a guy out of the woods. I saw him walk a guy out earlier with handcuffs. He walked by us and said he didn't do it.
It was a grown man.
A grown man, yeah. He's sitting in the front of the police car over there now. So, I mean...
He didn't have a gun?
No, I didn't see any gun. Just had him handcuffed. And he walked by us and looked into parents' eyes and said, I didn't do it.
How was he dressed?
Camo pants with a dark jacket.
This has to be the dirtiest hoax in history. A CNN anchor overheard Rodgers say that the Sandy Hook shooting was staged at a Kentucky Derby party 12 years ago and decided to report this the day after he was named Kennedy's possible VP. Pam Brown didn't report this when Rodgers was all over the news during COVID. Didn't report it when he was traded to the Jets. Didn't report it when he started dating Danica Patrick. Come on. And the other source is an anonymous source? Who is it? Christopher Steele? That's not journalism. That's like a chop block designed to end a career.